I'm tired. Look at that. God, that's bags. Tired. I'm tired, and there's a reason for that. I was away at the end of last week up in Newcastle, because that's where my coach is. He's in South Shields actually, but we did stuff in Newcastle, which is very handy for me, because then I get to see my family and all that stuff, which is great, and I love it. I love it, but I'm tired. I got back last night, flew back. The plane was delayed by this much, so therefore I missed the bus, the 11 o'clock bus, so I had to get the midnight bus back from Bristol Airport, and I didn't get in until 1 o'clock this morning. Then I was up at 6 o'clock to go and help the guys in the park. So I'm tired, but that's fine. I'm gonna take it easy this week and rest up, because I've got loads to be getting on with after that. So I'm gonna take it easy this week, rest up, and then I'm gonna be smashing it. So that's what this is about. Are you going to hibernate, right? It gets to this time of year, right? It's not that bad at the minute, but it's going to get dark. It's going to get cool. End of this month, it's going to start getting dark when the clocks go back. Last Sunday of October, I used to work in the energy industry, and it always caught us out, because that extra hour on demand for electricity, and that it caught everyone out. No, you prepare for it, and then it caught everyone out every year. Every company. It's ridiculous. All the systems went down and everything. Anyway. Are you going to hibernate? It's getting to that time, and then that's when people just say, do you know what? It's getting towards the end of the year. I'll just slow down now and stop. And that's why I was up in Newcastle. That's why every quarter I go up there, or wherever it is we meet up, me and the coaching group I'm involved with, I'm part of. I don't coach in it. I am being coached in that group by the guy who runs it, the guy Paul Moore who runs it, who knows his shit. And we did loads of cool stuff, and we've set our goals for the next 90 days, and I've mapped them out. I've written them. I've got them written down. I've got this. Check this out. I send out a tracking book when people start. It's not quite as comprehensive as this, but this is the book I'm going to be using over the next 90 days. Filling in all of the targets I've got, everything I'm doing, everything. It all goes in here. Okay? It's massive. That's 90 days worth, 3 months worth I'm going to be filling in. And I do that every day. Okay? And it keeps me going. So I know exactly what I'm doing. It tracks me. There it is. So I know exactly what I'm doing. And I've got one of those as well that I give to you guys when you come along. Okay? Now, like I say, what you can do at this time of year is just go, right, well, Christmas is just around the corner and that, so we'll just take it easy, and then we'll start again in the new year. And it's like, well, if that's what you do, it's never the right time, because then in the new year something will come up, and then all of a sudden it'll be spring again, and then it'd be like, right, well, I'll start now, but then something else will happen, and then it's like, hang on, well, it's nearly holidays now, so it doesn't matter, because I'm going to eat loads and drink loads over the summer. And this sort of stuff just keeps happening. Time just keeps passing us by. Okay, so that's why it's good to set out a plan. Set out so you know exactly what you're going to do, which I've done over this 90 days. So I know what I'm doing up until Christmas. I know what I'm doing this week. I know what I'm doing next week. I know what I'm doing the week after. I know exactly what I'm doing. And with that in mind, I've got another webinar that I'm going to be doing on the 31st of October, which is Halloween night, but I'm going to be doing it at 8 o'clock in the evening, so the kids will be in bed. It'll be done by then. They'll be trick-or-treated out. So, what are you doing? What are you doing over this next 3 months, October, November, December, to keep fit, strong and healthy? Are you doing anything? Or is it like it's not the time to start? Is that what you're going to convince yourself of doing? Because if you convince yourself of that, you won't start. And that's guaranteed. And then you'll eat loads and drink loads over Christmas, and then you'll feel like shit in January. And I know it because I used to do it all the time. And then it's like, but there's no point now, I'll start in January. Everyone starts in January. When the gyms are really busy, so you'll hate it, so you'll give up. Okay? So that's why I'm going to be doing this webinar. And you heard that here first. So it's going to be on the 6 week, it's going to be on how to lose up to a stone in 6 weeks, with doing 20 minutes exercise per day and zero dieting. And the last time I ran this webinar, I put an advert on Facebook out for it, and I got dug out by some guy saying you must be a wizard because that can't work. That's a load of rubbish. But he's wrong, because there's a guy on it now. There's a guy who's doing a 6-week program on it now, who started the September Swing Challenge at the beginning of September. And I wrote an email about him last week, Robin, and the day that email went out, I wrote the email a couple of days previously. The day that email went out, he put a Facebook post in the group saying he's officially now lost a stone since the beginning of September. And this was at the end. This was basically 2 days into October. So, you know, it works. It works. And he was only a week into the program because he'd been doing the free swing challenge, and the program that he bought started officially the week. He was a week into it, and he's already lost a stone. So he's already got the result that the program's going to give him anyway. So it'll take him even further, and he's feeling fitter, stronger, and healthier. So are the other guys on it. It works, and I'm going to be doing a webinar again about exactly how this program works. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So that's going to be on October the 31st. You heard it here first. I'm tired, so I'm rambling now with very little point. The point is, just make a plan. Make a plan. Say what you're going to do this week to get fitter, stronger, and healthier. And then when you've done it this week, review it, and then go into next week and say, right, here's what worked last week. Here's what didn't work. Here's what I'm going to do this week to remedy what didn't work. And then the following week, look back on it again. Here's what worked. Brilliant. That's a win. Here's what didn't work. I'm going to remedy that. Here's what I'm going to do about it. And if you've got that plan, that's basically all I do to keep going. It's all the guys in the park do to keep doing. It's all the guys online do to keep going. Just keep reviewing. It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then people say, I haven't got the time. Or they'll say, right, here's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to work out. When? Because you can say it all you like, and then if you don't block out any time, you go, I couldn't find the time, I was too busy. If you block the time out, it happens with guys all the time who say, who you know, sometimes they can't come to the park, they go, oh, somebody put a meeting in my diary. And it's like, if you had another meeting, what would they have done? And they go, well, they wouldn't have been able to put it in. And it's like, well, block the time out then, say you've got a meeting, and because you're coming to do this. And then you'll end up having a meeting at a time when you don't have to be at one of the sessions at lunchtime. And then some of them do that, and then it's like, oh yeah, so I can show up. So if you don't make the time, if you don't block the time out, if you don't set the time aside, it doesn't get done. And my brother mentioned this over the weekend actually, which was quite funny. And I didn't know this is what it was called, but it's called Parkinson's law, I think. Parkinson's law of the task that you're doing will always expand to fit the time. Right, I've got to go. My fire alarm's going off. Anyway, click the link below to find out more about all of this sort of stuff. And I'm getting distracted now. That's good, isn't it? Click the link below to find out more about all this sort of stuff, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.